Welcome to More Than a Brand podcast, where we show you how to take your brand from basic to badass. I'm your host, Lindsay Jones, the WordPress Whisperer, the Olivia Pope of Web Design, and the owner of Fiercified Creative and Consulting. I invite you to sit back, grab your favorite glass of wine, and your note takers, because I'm dropping jewels all season long. Thanks for listening. Hello, and welcome back. Y'all, this has been a roller coaster of a season, and it has been so many things happening inside and outside business that has pushed me to start thinking differently and feeling like sometimes I'm in uncharted territory. And I'm going to give you an example of that, but I have to give you a little backstory. So I do a lot of meetings in my 9-to-5, like a lot. And most of them are over Teams, or I send a lot of emails. And a lot of times, because I'm over Teams, and mind you, my camera is never on, because I find myself looking at the imaginary camera. Does anybody else do that? And I'm asking you like you can answer me, but you can send me a message and let me know. But I find myself looking at the imaginary camera a lot. And my work bestie found a video of this lady who has a fake audience taped to the side of the wall at her desk. And the audience has people making different faces. And this one fake audience persona that she points out is one that she calls Carol. And Carol is an older lady, and she is making a face like, I know you fucking lying. So in my head, when I'm in these meetings, I look at Carol a lot. And Carol looks at me, and I get back into the meeting. So in my business, I was referred, and I am so thankful for all the referrals that I get. But somebody referred me to a client, and she's the sweetest lady ever. And she asked, could she send me a check instead of paying online? At this point, I looked at Carol, because no one has ever asked me, could I send a check? Could they send me a check? And I had to gather myself and think, there are more ways to do business than what we traditionally think, because we have become so dependent on digital spaces and especially with AI and digital means of acquiring clients, that we often overlook that there's another way to do things. So the lady, she sent me the check. She even printed out the contract, signed it, and sent it. I'm signing it today and sending it back to her. So she's making a copy and sending her a copy. And it has just been an adventure so far, but it's also, one, forced me to slow down, and two, start honing in on different ways to bring visibility to your business, bring visibility to your customer experience, and just getting people into your business ecosystem in ways that doesn't necessarily require a digital platform. So we talk about the visibility trifecta, and one of the ways is your network. And usually people hone in on your network, far as like your LinkedIn network or your social media network. But those in-person networks are a way to get people into your business ecosystem a way to get people into your business ecosystem without having to be digitally savvy. So what do I mean by that? So as I was on the phone with this client and we were talking, she was like, okay, she's not comfortable with the digital space. She's an older lady. So she hasn't got to the point where she's confident and comfortable with it. So she was like, so what are some ways that I can get people to my website once we build it? And I said, your Chamber of Commerce. Because believe it or not, those in-person spaces, going to the Chamber of Commerce, going to local networking events. There used to be a thing called Thursday Therapies in Kansas City, Missouri that I would go to. I think it was like the fourth Thursday of the month, where you would meet up with other wedding professionals. And at this point in time, I was offering invitation design, but you would meet up with people and get people into your business ecosystem. And this was not a long time ago. This was in, I lived in Missouri in like 2018, 2019 when I was doing this. So it's not like back in 1990 I was doing networking events. No, this was recently. But it was those in-person networking things where you started getting people into your customer experience. Remember, last few episodes I've been speaking about customer experience, and you want to create experiences that are cohesive and the same throughout, no matter where people enter that business ecosystem. So as you start developing your customer experience journey, don't forget that those in-person networking, those in-person opportunities will create space for you to grow and to meet people on a different level. Meeting people on social media or meeting people digitally is completely different than meeting someone in real life. Hey, if you are enjoying our show, please hit that subscribe button or hop on over to LinkedIn and follow me at Lindsay Tramel Jones, Brand Identity Designer. That's where I share tips, more insight on branding, and why it's so important as a DEI organization to ensure that your brand is up to par. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the rest of the episode. So digitally, you don't really know who you're talking to. You're taking a chance. Meeting people in real life, you get to physically see them. You get to really see what their values are by the way they carry themselves and their personalities, because people are not who they post to be. Yes, I said post. And businesses are not necessarily who they post to be. So when elevating that customer experience and thinking through ways to get eyes on, I personally don't like I have anxiety about reaching out to people in the DMs. That's just me. And I'm learning to get better at it. And even as an introvert, I do great at in-person events because it's that personal touch and you really get to see me. Say I have trust issues, but on the internet and meeting people virtually and trying to get people into your website to make a purchase, there is some apprehension and there's a longer cycle of building that no trust factor, because everybody's trying to put their best foot forward and hiding everything, versus when you're in person, there is an opportunity to get to know somebody, I think, faster. And in my opinion, is more, you can choose if this person is someone that you trust or not. And some people, you get that gut feeling, when you're face to face, your body physically can give you some of those signs that this ain't right or this is okay. So I wanted to talk to you about that on this podcast, because there's more than one way just like there's more than one way to build your customer experience journey, there is more than one way to obtain a customer. And you have to do what's best for your brand and what's best for where you are in your business. Last episode was primarily about building sustainable systems within your ecosystem so that you are able to continue to meet the expectations of your brand, your values, and all those things are able to be constantly upheld. Same thing goes with how you are choosing to acquire people into your business ecosystem. Digital might not be for you. The acquirement piece, digital might not be for you. In-person events are a proven way to meet people, inquire them into your business ecosystem, and then they're able to then go straight to your website, to go straight to whatever platform that you are on. So you don't have to necessarily be this person reaching out in the DMs. You can be the person that's going face to face, networking, getting to know people, and then inviting them into your digital space in a way that's comfortable for you until you get to the point where you're ready to, let's say, run ads like Stacy talked about in our episode, or until you're ready to be more social on social media, whatever that looks like for you. So let's not forget that one piece of the visibility trifecta, which is your network. And networking is not just virtual. No, we got used to it. Networking is in person. Reach out to your chamber of commerce. I have a magazine that comes to my house. I'll tell my client it's Annapolis magazine. That is visibility, and it's coming in a magazine form. There's different ways to be seen, so don't pigeonhole yourself into trying to build just SEO or build your social media. Look at alternative methods to get known locally. We try to jump into, I want to be worldwide. It's called the World Wide Web, www. But local also works too. Get locally known because everybody knows somebody. That's all I have for this episode. We only have a few episodes left in this season, and I am so excited to get into the last final episodes, and we'll take a short hiatus, and then we'll come back with season 4 in 2024. Thank you guys for listening, and leave me a review. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. Remember, hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with the new upcoming episodes. And if you want to, find us on social media at fierceified.agency on Instagram, or find us on Facebook at Fierceified Creative and Consultant. Send me a DM. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear your input.